Yo, people, what's going on? It's Egal Talks Football. We're back again with another video. And today, I'm here to tell you guys we are going to be top of the league come Christmas. Yes, literally, it's the day before Christmas, and Arsenal have just drawn against Liverpool 1-1 at Anfield yesterday. And I wasn't able to do a match reaction on the day, so I'm doing it now. Hopefully, you guys catch this video. Hopefully, you guys enjoy this video. Hopefully, you like the video and you help the channel grow massively. I want to thank everybody once again for helping me hit 25K over the week, and it's been a massive year for us. We've had over 10,000 subscribers, and everyone's been supporting the channel massively. I'm going to continue to grow the channel, but let's get the show started. First things first, people are saying Arsenal played very well, but yet Liverpool deserved something from this game. And you know what? I think Liverpool, personally, I think they robbed themselves. But the refereeing decisions and everything else, the controversy around it is going to be spoken about. In addition to that, this was a game where the first half, I thought when Gabriel Magalhaes hit that first goal, I thought, you know what, maybe this could be our day. But then Mohamed Salah absolutely ripped Zinchenko and left him for dead to make to get the goal to make it 1-1. And deservedly so, we're going to have a conversation about Zinchenko also today. So that's another player we're going to have to discuss and to have an open conversation about what we're going to do with Zinchenko until Timber gets back, because a lot of people are going overboard and we need to discuss it. I've even heard statements like the fact that people are saying we will never win any major league title with Zinchenko in our left back position. I think it's kind of going overboard a little bit. People need to calm down and understand that how much Zinchenko offers us in and out of possession. But yeah, let's get this show started. Hopefully all you guys enjoy this content. And yeah, let's get this show started. So I'm going to show you guys some of the things that we needed to discuss from yesterday's game. First things first, I'm going to show you guys this controversial decision that has people going crazy. There's two things that have people going crazy right now with all this controversy. First things first, should Liverpool have gotten a penalty for Martin Odegaard's handball? That is the first thing that people are asking about. They're not even talking about the game. First thing they're talking about is this: should Liverpool have gotten a penalty? And in my opinion, there's two ways to look at this. You could look at it from the perspective that Mohamed Salah is in the box and an attacker has clearly handballed it to stop the play, or you could look at it from the situation that Martin Odegaard has slipped and he was using his hand to get his balance, and unfortunately his hand hit the ball, and his hand was so low to the ground that you can tell that it was not intentional. To me, I would be screaming for a penalty if this was me. So I completely understand why Liverpool fans are aggrieved by this. I completely understand why Liverpool fans are saying this should have been given as a penalty, blah, 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 blah. And I think you even have Jurgen Klopp going crazy after the match, speaking about how this was a handball and how he does not understand how this was not given. So I get the frustration, and I get the frustration from the managers and everybody else. We got extremely lucky to the point where you even have current players like William Saliba coming out after the game and saying, yeah, it was a handball. I fully agree. It was a handball. But what are you going to do? At this moment in time, we know how bad the referees are. They've now made another costly decision in the Premier League, costing somebody else points. And you know what? Liverpool fans, deservedly so, should be upset. And you can say you got robbed from that perspective. Now, this second part where people are upset about, it doesn't make sense. Simicast trips over from a short 50-50 challenge with Bukayo Saka, and he not only gets injured, but he takes out Jurgen Klopp. And you have people telling me that, oh, Bukayo Saka intentionally tried to injure him. Bukayo Saka intentionally took him out. Bukayo Saka is not Mr. Nice Guy, blah, blah, blah. You guys are going way too far. You're taking this way too deep. It was literally a 50-50 challenge where Bukayo Saka went in with Simikan, and next thing you know, unfortunately, the guy got injured. If you look at it from different angles, you can clearly see that this was a 50-50 ball, and the two were going for it. Bukayo Saka actually slipped from this position. Simicast actually had more of Bukayo Saka and was holding him back more. As you can see, his hands are in some dangerous areas. But yeah, I think this was a little bit blown out of proportion. I think people have taken this way, way, way too far, and they need to chill with this whole Bukayo Saka witch hunt that's going on. I don't think he intentionally meant to do anything. And yeah, that's just me from that perspective on this whole situation. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me see. For some reason, I can't see the comments. Hopefully, they come up. They come up now. 1 second. Hopefully, the comments come up. What's going on? Why are the comments not coming up? For some reason, I can't see the comments on YouTube. 1 second. Why are the comments not coming up? For flip's sake. Why can't I see the comments? I actually can't see the comments today, guys. So I'm so sorry. But I'm looking on YouTube right here. I see Ben saying you need some luck in football, 100%. Ben saying, yeah, we need but we need luck to win the league. Yeah, 100%. You need luck to win the league. You got someone else here coming out in Rayan saying big up Rayan. Yeah, for some reason I can't actually see any of the comments on my end. So today's going to be a little bit of a weird one with that. Why is it not coming up, man? All right, forget it. So moving back. This was the opening goal that led to us taking the lead. And Gabriel Magalhaes always steps up in these big games away from home with goals. I've seen him do it against West Ham. I've seen him do it against Chelsea. I've seen him do it many times before. And once again, he stepped up and he had himself a solid defensive performance in addition to offensive performance. And as you can see there, that's Kanate that he beats for that header to get the opening goal. Gabriel Magalhaes breaking the duck for us, getting us the opening goal. And I thought, you know what? From there, we could have gone on to do something special. I really did believe we were going to go on to do something special, but unfortunately, it was not meant to be. As of course, Zinchenko versus Mo Salah took place. Before I will come back to talking about Gabriel Magalhaes in a second. So, but before we do that, I'm just gonna go pull up the photo of Zinchenko and Mo Salah, and I think people are going way too far with the Zinchenko Mo Salah stuff. Personally, for me, because I have seen Zinchenko versus Mo Salah for years now. We've known Zinchenko versus Mo Salah from Liverpool, Man City days, from even last year. We've seen the evidence. That Zinchenko we know that Zinchenko versus Mohamed Salah is not a good matchup for Zinchenko. It is always a mismatch when Mohamed Salah faces Zinchenko one on one in the box. It is Gabriel Magalhaes' job to actually help out and help us in a situation where he gets found one on one. You should never have a situation where Zinchenko is dependent on one to stop to stop uh, Mohamed Salah. I think Mohamed Salah did a good job. He absolutely did rip him. And Zinchenko, he was one of the worst players on the pitch yesterday. Not only was he misplacing passes on a consistent basis, every time he had the ball, he was basically giving it back to the Liverpool player. I thought Zinchenko was one of the worst players on the pitch yesterday, and I thought he had a really bad performance. But the level of criticism that I'm hearing, yes, what did you expect? Honestly, what did you expect when Zinchenko's one-on-one versus Mo Salah? When Mo Salah is literally Liverpool's whole game plan to lump it forward long to him and pass it to him from distance. Trent Alexander-Arnold found a beautiful ball to get it to him, and Liverpool were lucky, and that's Tommy got injured. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. But same time, we were lucky that they hit the bar. Let's talk about this though. But I personally think people are saying, can you win the league with Zinchenko at left back? I think that's why Mikel Arteta has Tomiyasu. I think that's why Mikel Arteta has guys like Timber who've come into the side, so we can have a different option and we're not so dependent on Zinchenko one on one versus some of the best right wingers in the league. Now let's not lie to ourselves. There's really two right wingers in this league in Bukayo Saka and Mo Salah. So we're only going to really face one right winger who's going to cause us this much problems. Maybe you can look at Aston Villa with Leon Bailey and Diaby, and West Ham also with Jared Bowen, but it's not too many. That's my point. And against 90% of the league, Zinchenko is absolutely mint, and he's needed in this side. But against Mo Salah one on one, 90% of the league needs help. 90% of the teams struggle one-on-one versus Mo Salah. And I haven't seen too many people who can stop Mo Salah when he's on his day. So I think people need to cut Zinchenko a little bit of slack and they need to calm down. Our next four fixtures are proper. Yes, they are peppermint freedom. They definitely are. We're going to have to get into it. Yeah, Timber returning soon must be a solution, 100%. Because the stuff that I was hearing yesterday, guys, the Zinchenko stuff, people are really going a little bit way too overboard. What do we expect? What do we expect? What do we expect? People need to relax, calm down. It's not that stressful. We need to chill. I think everyone went a little way too. I think people went a little bit too far with the stuff about Zini, and yeah, it's gonna get sorted out very soon. So no need to stress yourselves over that. Because just think about it. When Tomiyasu's back, and also when we have Timber back, you're not going to be hearing about these kind of situations. Now, that's enough about Zinchenko. Um, so we've already spoken about the penalty. We've already spoken about that. Let's speak about this. 1-on-1, late in the game, the ball falls to Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he hits the absolute bar. We cannot lie to ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. We got lucky in this situation here. I thought this was one of the deciding moments in the game where we had a little bit of luck on our side. Now, I am going to speak about the Martinelli chance also later in the game, but I thought this was one of the crucial moments in the game that we were fortunate in, that we did not actually we did not actually uh, concede from this situation. We could have conceded, and it could have been a game where we lost the game 2-1. But luckily for us, we had a situation where the ball was stopped, the play ended, and we moved, and it kept, and Trent Alexander-Arnold hit the bar, and we kept it moving. Declan Rice 1-on-5, and they made the wrong decision, and it hit the bar. Thankfully. Uh, I personally think it could have been a situation where that was game done, dusted from there. We were just very fortunate that it didn't go that way. We were very fortunate it didn't go that way. Now, moving on to the next topic. So I still think it was a very deserved draw. I still think it was a very much deserved draw. And in the draw, there was two very good standout performances. This was a defensive masterclass from Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba. Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba absolutely put their blood, tears, soul, everything on the line in that game, and we kept Liverpool at Anfield to less than 1 xg. Yes, they had 13 shots. Yes, they had 3 shots on target. Yes, they did all these things. But what Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba did in this game was outstanding. William Saliba alone had what do you call it, a situation where he had 80% pass accuracy. He had 3 passes into the final third. He was dispossessed only twice. He had 100% tackle rate. He had 1 block, 3 clearances, 2 headers, 1 interception, 8 defensive actions, and 6 ball recoveries. In addition to 2 out of 5 ground duels won and 3 out of 3 aerial duels won. William Saliba was absolutely immense. Then you go to, and was the man of the match, deservedly so. Then you go to Gabriel Magalhaes, who not only got a goal, he had himself a pass. He had a poor pass accuracy of 69%, but he did have what do you call it, a bunch of defensive actions, like 1 block, 7 clearances, 6 headers, and 5 ball recoveries, in addition to 100% ground duels won on the day. Gabriel Magalhaes was also very much immense on the day. And then we can talk about Ray and all the other guys, but I thought these two were the main standout performances. I thought the defensive performance from these two secured us staying at the top of the table for another week. And shout out the third eye boy 85 Ram, saying happy top of the Christmas. Now we're business. Let's get it done until the end of the season. We're going to have to talk about that in a second, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about that. But let's move on to the next topic. Martinelli. What is going on with Martinelli, guys? What is going on with Martinelli? We got to talk about Martinelli. He should have buried the chance that he had at the end of the game. Gabriel Martinelli had a gilt edge chance at the end of the game where the keeper came out. He had the shot. Shaka was 1-on-1. He messed it up. The ball got to Martinelli. Martinelli just needed to bury it. Couldn't bury it. Couldn't bury it, and that was costly. I want to know what happened to Martinelli. Is Martinelli okay? He should have buried it from the position that he was in. He was in the box, beat all the defenders. He just needed to shoot, but the floor was slippery all yesterday. Yesterday there was the ground was very slippery. Everyone slipping and sliding the whole time. I don't think I don't think we can fully say, yo, Martinelli was was I don't think we can just say Martinelli was fully off it, but he had a very poor game. He had a very poor game in the sense that he had opportunity to bury the game, and it just didn't impact the game for as much. People can get at his highlights for the fact that he ran a lot, but out of our attackers, I think after Saka, you can look at him and you can say, you know what, he was probably, you know what, I don't think Jesus was better than him, but I think it was just a situation that he was kept quiet by Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he wasn't really one of our focal points. He didn't get too many. He didn't get too many touches throughout the game. I just felt like he was not as involved as normal, and we have to start asking ourselves what's going on with Martinelli. Why is Martinelli not as effective as before? People were talking about Dominic Solanke. Dominic Solanke scores a hat trick and you start getting too excited. Don't get too excited, people. Do me a favor, though. Hit the like button, people. Hit the absolute goddamn like button right now. Like the video. Let's try to get this video past at least 100 likes if possible. I know there's only a bunch of you guys here today, but hit the like button. Let me know what you guys think. Like the video and let me know what you're liking the video for. I personally thought it was the draw was deserved. Some people think Liverpool got robbed. Some people are liking for let me know why you're liking the video also. Like for 1 second. Let's just get this. Let's just get this. People, don't forget to like the video. 1 second. There we go. Okay. Boom. Moving on. So we've talked about Martinelli. I think the thing, people are taking it too far. Martinelli is having an off season right now. He's not been that bad, not been that good in the Premier League, but in the Champions League he's been outstanding. I just think he needs a couple goals going his way, and then everyone's going to get off his back. Bukayo Saka's performance. I thought Bukayo Saka had an off game, but yet he was still one of the best attackers on the pitch. Really and truly, Bukayo Saka was not at his best yesterday, but he was still one of the better players on the pitch. He was better than everybody, I would say, except for Mo Salah. That game just had poor attacking from both sides. The defense was the main thing. It was a tactical battle. I don't think it was an entertaining game for the neutrals, and they shouldn't have expected one. What were you guys expecting? Good afternoon, Malin. What were you guys expecting though? When people have a tactical battle between two good teams, you don't see bad defending. You don't see defensive errors that lead to goal. You don't see too many mistakes. And I think, yes, he had some mistakes, like when he went around the keeper, he should have done better. Martinelli also should have done better, but I'm not worried. This was the main poor performance that everyone's talking about. Martin Odegaard and Szoboszlai. I thought Martin Odegaard was effective and he did a good job. I think Szoboszlai was the one that I'm looking at and I'm saying, what was he doing? Endo, picking up a yellow card. Luis Diaz, ineffective for Liverpool. Konate was one of the better players for Liverpool, and I thought for example, Mo Salah and these two. Mo Salah was probably their most threatening player. Of course, they just whenever they had a chance, they're very predictable. I think Liverpool were very predictable, and they just passed the ball to Mo Salah and got out of the way. That was literally their game plan. Trossard came in for a cameo. Didn't really notice his cameo too much. But yeah, Mikel Arteta did a good job. Gabriel Magalhaes was getting bullied for majority of the game. Yeah. Can we talk about these two? These two were not that good. Szoboszlai was ineffective yesterday, in my opinion, and was one of the more quiet players on the Liverpool side. Him, Curtis Jones, Endo, that midfield was non-existent, in my opinion. And I'm not gonna blame him specifically, but it was not his best of games. Endo was just going out attacking people. Harvey Elliott came on and he was more threatening than the rest of them in the midfield. He took a shot that deflected out of play. But Kai Havertz once again having a really effective game. I thought Kai Havertz was really good at driving the ball forward, pushing the play. He even had a situation where he was in the penalty box and he could have been, and I think he was fouled. Yeah, there was a penalty box situation where he was fouled, but I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was a 50-50 with Trent. Really not going to complain about that. So I'm seeing some Arsenal fans complain that this should have been given. I don't think this was a penalty. I think we need to calm down, stop crying wolf on every single penalty or 50-50 challenge. This was not a penalty decision for me. But yeah, you see, Skills comes in. First thing he says, he doesn't say Salam Alaikum. He doesn't say anything. He just says Zinchenko out. You see, Zinchenko is really triggered a lot of people today. What do you call it? But yeah, I think Kai Havertz gets some credit for me. His performance yesterday was not too shabby for me. One, you had a situation where, of course, he does what he always does with the ground duels, winning 5 ground duels, doing all the defensive recoveries, but also his passes into the final third. He had one shot attempt in the whole game. He had 6 ball recoveries. He did his job. It's just I didn't expect there to be too much space in this game, and that's what ended up happening. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Mo Salah were really the two guys that did what they did. But the referee, we got away with one yesterday. We really did get away with one, and I'm just gonna say Chris Kavanagh had a good game, but we did get away with one. Mikel Arteta, he came out after the game and spoke about some of the things that took place, and we're gonna talk about that right now. So first things first, let's see what they had to say. What Mikel Arteta had to say for the post match. Mikel Arteta spoke about our work on set pieces, and yeah, set pieces we've been amazing lately. We got to give credit to Nicholas Glover for scoring all those set pieces. The trio of Rice, Gabriel, and Saliba. Honestly, I can't say more than enough about those two, those three. I thought those three are I thought those three were solid defensively way before, but this just confirms it again how important those three are. They're just so important to everything we do. And I'm just gonna go to Patrick Timmins' tweet. So yeah, these three were literally the bedrock of our defense, and we've already known this, but just solidified even more. And Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba performance yesterday, one of the best center back pairings in the world. But I think it's more time to talk about Saliba. The reason why I want to speak about Saliba is because I felt like yesterday was like slight passing of the torch. I thought defensively yesterday in a game with Van Dijk, Kanate, Gabriel Magalhaes, Saliba stood up and was the best player out of all of them. I think it's time that everyone finally acknowledges that I think it's time that everyone finally acknowledges that William Saliba is the best center back in this league. No disrespect to Van Dijk, no disrespect to any other center back, Ruben Diaz. I just think it's time that people realize what they're witnessing is. I don't even know how to describe it. Could you say generational defender? I think it's just clear to see that Saliba is the best player on the pitch when he's there. And the way that he just dribbles past players, the way that he just gets himself out of situations with his tidy touches, he's so good. There's no question about it. Yesterday was a passing of the torch from Van Dijk to Saliba. I'm not saying Van Dijk's finished. I'm just saying Saliba's here to take over. Saliba is taking his level to a next level. Somebody in the comment section said something about Bukayo Saka's hair. Listen, don't compare Marcus Rashford to Bukayo Saka, people. Marcus Rashford is done out here. Bukayo Saka, even in a game where he was not the best, he was not at his best, he was still one of the best players and could have came out of there with some sort of goal or assist, but unfortunately he didn't. I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to compare him to Marcus Rashford. That is ridiculous comparison to compare him to Marcus Rashford. You need to chill with that. That is actually embarrassing if you're going to try to sit here and compare him to Marcus Rashford. Don't even try that. None of that shit over here, man. Anfield compared to last season, we have to be honest, we did a good job handling the pressure of Anfield, handling the pressure, the emotions, and staying stable and not going and biting and causing more of a ruckus in this game. Usually you see a situation where we bite or we get into a back and forth with Liverpool player, and it gets them going. We didn't end up doing that, and we kept ourselves calm, cool, collective. But yeah, so we spoke about the early goal and how we thought we were going to capitalize. We spoke about Mo Salah's goal and how things thought. We spoke about the pace of the game. The game had some crazy pace where it was like back and forth, back and forth. At times, it felt like a basketball game. No surprise, Martin Odegaard handballed it. He literally might have thought it was a basketball game. But we're going to go back and look at that game, and we're going to say to ourselves, we're hurting our chances of going out and killing off these games. Maybe some people even showing that we are not showing the mentality to go off and kill the game off when we have the opportunities. But you know what? You could say the same thing for Liverpool. Liverpool also did not go on to kill the game. They ended up dilly-dallying, and it cost them themselves. So we'll have to wait and see where things lie and how things go from here with that. Before we go any further, make sure you guys do hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Happy holidays to all you guys. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do vibes from the six as normal today. I'll try my best, but I'll let you guys know. If not, I'm going to do vibes from the six tomorrow. But here is the next topic. The next topic is Arsenal are top of the league come Christmas. Yes, Arsenal are top of the league come Christmas. Mikel Arteta and the Arsenal boys are trying to win the Premier League for the first time in over 20 years. Yes, we're not Liverpool. It doesn't take us 30 years to try to do it, but we got to still do it. We are in action after Christmas on Thursday versus West Ham at home on the. We're at home on the 28th of December, and that is the 19th Premier League game of the season, bringing us to the halfway point of the campaign. We've conceded away. We then conceded in 2023 away at Fulham on New Year's Eve. We're on the final day on New Year's Eve. We're facing Fulham. So that is how the season's gonna end. But I think it's a good way for us to end the season. We're gonna guarantee basically ourselves top of the table come Christmas. But can we keep it going into New Year's? That is a question we're gonna ask ourselves. Can we keep it to end the season? Because you guys know Arsenal and Christmas. Arsenal being top at Christmas. We've been top at Christmas many times. And what has happened? What has happened every time we've been top at Christmas? We've somehow ended up losing or not winning the league from the position that we're in at the top of the table come Christmas. So I'm gonna look at this and I'm gonna say to myself, this is not only a thing to stay to get to the top. It's about staying at the top. Can we go on to win it from here? Because if I show you guys this is the last 3 times we were top of the table. In 2002, 2003, we came second. The year in between the Invincibles and the year prior to when we won the league in 2001, 2002. Then 2007, 2008, we came third after being top of the table. And then the Leicester season, we came second also. I think we were close to the top near Christmas. In last year, we came second. So the question is, will Arsenal win the trophy this year? I really do hope we do win the trophy. I really do hope we push on to go win it. It's going to be difficult, but unfortunately, we can't predict the future. All I can say is this team defensively has shown me something that those other teams haven't ever showed me. They've shown me that they have the defensive nouns to do what it takes to win this league. Unlike those other teams where they had the offense, but they didn't have the defensive ability to go on and push on to win it. So I'm hopeful that we can do it, as long as we don't sustain some major season-ending injury. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah, should be able to kick on and see a good performance from that point onwards. So yeah, I think I've touched on every major topic that needed to be discussed. We spoke about Gabriel Magalhaes, we spoke about Saliba, we spoke about Zinchenko, we spoke about Kai Havertz, we spoke about all these guys. now let's just do the player ratings before we wrap up. First, we have none other than Arsenal's David Raya. I thought David Raya didn't have much to do personally. That's just me. I didn't think David Raya had much to do on the day. I thought David Raya had himself a good game. I don't think he was at fault for any of the goals. Really, you can look at Zinchenko and say that yourself. Zinchenko was one of the main reasons why we conceded that. I'll just give him a 6 or a set. I'll give him a 6.5. I'll give David Raya a 6.5 on the day. No stress. That is what I'm going to give David Raya. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What you guys would give David Raya. Oh, people are going to ask about Dominic Solanke. We'll talk about Solanke at the end. So we'll give Raya a 6.5. Then we move on to Ben White. I thought Ben White kept Darwin Núñez and what do you call it, everybody quiet on that other side of the pitch. I'm not really gonna freak out on him too much. So I thought Ben White was solid in comparison to everyone else that was on the pitch. So I'm not really gonna go at him at all. I think he did everything that he needed to do perfectly. And what else is there to be said? Let's be honest. Ben White was solid for the 90 minutes, no question about it. Hit that like button, people. Hit that subscribe button also if you guys haven't already done so. Ben saying here, Saliba is the best in the world at the moment. Inshallah, we Chelsea lose to Wolves. Yeah, I know. Solanke for 60 million. What the fuck? Yeah, he scores a hat trick in the Premier League, and then people start going crazy. But yeah, let's continue. So as you guys already know, I've gone 6.5 for Raya. I'm gonna go 7 for William Saliba. Sorry for Declan. Why am I saying Declan? For Ben White, I'm gonna go with 7. Let me just put this on the screen for you guys so you guys can see what I'm going with. So yeah. So next, so that is 6.5. We're gonna go 6.5 for Raya. We're gonna go 6.5 for Raya. We're gonna go 7 for White. We're gonna go 9. We're gonna go 9 and 9 for Megales and Saliba. I thought they both deserved 9s. I thought they both deserved massive performances for their brilliant display. Zinchenko, bad performance. I'm gonna go 4 for him. I thought he was quite poor on the day. I thought Declan Rice was solid. I'm gonna give Declan Rice an 8. Declan Rice is a midfield game changer, and you can tell every single game why we spent 105 million on him and how effective he's been in the final third in the defensive end, and most importantly in the defensive end more than anything else. So yeah, give Declan Rice an 8 out of 10. I thought Kai Havertz solid 7 or 6.5 out of 10 performance. So I'm going to give him a 7. I thought he was the better out of the two from him and Szoboszlai. So let's keep it moving. Martin Odegaard. Luckily, we didn't get punished by the handball, but I'm going to give him a 6.5. I thought he was effective at times, but then kept quiet at times. But it is what it is. It's going to happen against some of the top teams. Mohamed Salah got the better of us, but Bukayo Saka on the day was one of our better attackers. I'm gonna give him a 7 also. Let's see how he does against West Ham. Hopefully we can bounce back and we can see a good performance from him at home with the boys at home. Usually we perform well at home. He was one of our better attackers. I thought Martinelli was one of our poorer players on the day. I'm going to give him a 6. I think he should have capitalized on the goal one-on-one. Definitely should have at least got it on target and made the two defenders that were near the goal work there. And then Gabriel Jesus, what did he really do? I didn't really notice him do much either. So if I'm gonna give Martinelli a 6, I'm actually gonna give him a 5.5. I know he works hard and everything, but come on, let's be serious. And then Trossard, I don't know, man. Ineffective, just like Martinelli when he was on. I thought his corner was decent, but that was it. I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5. Give him a 5. And then Eddie's Eddie, guys. I'm not gonna really stress about Eddie and Ketia. I'm not even gonna give him a rating. So yeah, so those are my ratings. My ratings are 6.5, 7 for Ben White, 9 and 9, 4, 8, 7, 6.5, 7, 6 for Martinelli, 5.5 for Jesus, 5 for Trossard, and I'm not even going to rate Eddie Nketiah. And who was your man of the match, ladies and gentlemen? Who was your man of the match? For me, I think it was quite straightforward. The man of the match was big up Tommy in the building. Big up skills. Uh, what has Ben saying? How am I lowering the standard when I want to win trophies? You know what? We need to stop doing this. We need to stop doing this whole thing where we talk about Mikel Arteta in a vacuum as if he's going to get sacked or he's going to stay. He's not going nowhere, people. Mikel Arteta is not really under a lot of pressure at all to be sacked anytime soon. He came into this Arsenal side, rebuilt it. He's done a lot with this Arsenal team, and really and truly, it's only his first. It's only his second year where we've been competitive for the league title. To make it seem like, oh, you have to win the league. No one's given a goddamn right to go and win the league. It's because of him we're even in this position in the first place. So have some level of understanding and understand the situation you find yourself in. You have an opportunity to go on for greatness, and you're still talking about the manager. Like, what are we doing here? What are we really doing here? I remember when Liverpool fans were speaking about, oh, should Klopp leave because we couldn't win the Champions League? How did you get to the Champions League final? It was because of Klopp. He went on and gone and done the job afterwards. Like, just relax. Not everything is instant. Not everything is microwave quick. Not everything's TikTok, 15-second videos to get your satisfaction. You're not just going to go and win the league in December. The season has to end for you to at least try to win the league. So stop getting yourself overly or going overboard and criticizing everything that he does. I thought Mikel Arteta was outstanding yesterday. I thought the team has been massively improving this season, and I think we're heading in the right direction to go on and win this goddamn league title. So people need to relax just a little bit with the whole Mikel Arteta conversation, because it's not the conversation that needs to be had at this moment in time. That's an extra 5 points already. Yeah. Before we go any further, please do hit the like button, people. I do appreciate all the love and support you guys are showing me. I know it's Christmas Eve, and a lot of people are probably not on YouTube at this moment in time, and some people might not be able to watch this, or they might catch it on the replay. So please do, what do you call it? Please do, what do you call it? Go on to check, go on to Egal Talks Football and check out my videos, and I appreciate all the support. But let's go on to people talking on Twitter. They're just crying. They're just crying 24/7. Egal, if I see you cry about referee decisions again, oh, don't bottle the league because you won't hear the end of it. That's a Liverpool fan telling me this. That's a Liverpool fan telling me don't bottle the league or else you hear about it. Bottle what? We're 2 points ahead of you. Like, I think people need to relax with this with this term bottle. They just throw it around every 2 seconds. They just throw it around every 2 minutes and just make it seem like this is a joke, mate. People need to chill, and I keep hearing these crazy statements. So yeah, people need to chill with these mad takes. I just keep hearing these bad takes every 2 seconds, and it just makes it even worse. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put the link in the chat. If you guys want to jump on, we can have a quick little conversation. I'm gonna stay on for another. I'm gonna stay on for another 12 minutes. So let me know if you guys got anything you guys want to talk about in the comment section. I can see here that there's some people that are really upset about yesterday, and it's like, I get it. Calm down. It's still very early in the season, not getting too far ahead of myself, not saying anything mad, but it is still very early in the season. Now, I just wanted to show you guys that we have slightly improved in one major department. That major department in which that we improved in was still undefeated in 6 games against the Big Six. You have Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Arsenal, Tottenham. This was the last 5 games against the Big Six, and these are solid numbers right there. But yeah, let's get to our first caller. Yo, what's good, Vavishwan? You're a Liverpool fan. How you feeling after the game, bro?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, so could you repeat the question? I was just putting on my headphones right now.
Talk to me. How you feeling, bro? I thought Did you think the game was we got lucky, or did you think it was a deserved result?
Um, I feel like we had the better chances in the game, but I feel like overall it's probably a fair result because pretty much end to end. I thought the first 15 minutes, Arsenal were by far the better team. The opening start, it felt reminiscent of the Bournemouth game where they went all out attack and then we couldn't deal with them. And then there was just a period where both teams weren't going for it, and then obviously brilliant moment from Trent and brilliant finish by Salah to get us back in the game. And then on the ascendancy, obviously there's controversy with the penalty. In my opinion, I think it was a penalty, but I'm not going to use that to change my thoughts because I feel like the chances we had, that Trent chance in the second half, it's a bottle miss. Like Trent should have scored that. Like Salah had the ball, there's 3-4 man running. I saw people try to say Rice did his job. I was like, Rice didn't do anything. He just did
No,
what.
no, no. That was people just trolling, having fun with it.
Yeah, that's what people try to, because he did what everyone's supposed to do in that situation. Just
I
try.
even myself did the Jon Snow thing as a joke.
Yeah, yeah, but Trent should have scored that, and then
Martinelli missed a big chance too.
oh yeah, it's when the camera cut. Then he had that shot that hit wide or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was from Gomez. And I was like, Gomez's error, then got him behind. I feel like Martinelli should have scored. I thought Salah had a good opportunity, should have buried.
By the way, let me ask you this. Do you think your fan base is kind of going crazy with the Bukayo Saka witch hunt for the Simicast 50-50 challenge? Because I don't think he did anything wrong. So
It's
50-50
just,
challenge, people are going way too far.
yeah, I feel like it's obviously going to be that all the fans will be emotional because of the injury. They don't want to see their players get injured. For me, it's just an accident. It happens in the game. In reality, I think we should just blame the whoever's doing our pitch because our pitch was horrible to play on. Like, everyone's
Oh
slipping.
yeah, bro, that pitch was Slippy G settings.
Yeah, like I've seen like Bearman saying like, oh, they just did it to stop Arsenal, but it's happening for both teams, man. Because we were also slipping, Arsenal slipping, and because of the incidents, we just got injuries, and it's unfortunate because Simicast has been balling out recently. He's been brilliant for us at left back, and he's gone. Now Robertson's gone, so we have to get a left back immediately. But I thought Joe
Right.
Gomez when he came on was brilliant because he dealt with Saka.
Yeah,
Because
Joe
Saka was
Gomez was good. Joe Gomez was good. I didn't really speak too much about who was good on the Liverpool side, but Trent Alexander-Arnold, Mo Salah, different class. Allison, amazing. Van Dijk, Kanate did a good job actually defensively, even though I just thought your midfield and your two attackers in Diaz and Darwin Núñez were garbage. Garbage. And Gakpo, what was Gakpo doing?
I don't think Nunes was trash. When Nunes came on, he did more than what.
No,
I
I
think
meant Gakpo. I meant Gakpo. My
oh
apologies.
yeah, Gap. No, I
Yeah,
thought the
I'm
midfield.
gonna
I
wrap it up
thought
there, bro. Did you have anything else you needed to say, bro, before we move on? Because there's like 4 people backstage.
yeah, I was about to say that. I thought our midfield was good. Bar and Sabozza was horrific that
Bro,
yesterday.
you
I
thought
thought
Endo was good?
yeah, I thought Endo was brilliant. Like Endo was winning his duels. He was creating chances, passes in the final third. He won all his aerial duels. I thought he was brilliant. Jones, for me, that Gravenberg for Jones sub, that's what killed us momentum. Because bear in
Oh,
mind in the
really?
early of
You
the
would have
set,
kept Jones on.
yeah, I would have kept Jones. Because bear in mind in the second half, we were pepping you guys. Like we
Yeah, but
were winning the
was that
ball
not
high up in the
by
pitch.
design slightly? We knew we had to weather the storm. We're not the home team.
Yeah, I think you weathered the storm when the substitutions made because when as soon as Grav came on for Jones, we lost the press because we weren't pressing enough.
Fair enough.
You guys were attacking us more, and then even when Gravenberg got on the ball, he kept on giving it away. Couldn't even dribble past anyone. It was just a poor cameo.
Fair enough.
And I
Yo, big up
thought,
Velvet Schwan coming on, man. I really do appreciate it. You have a
no,
good
big
one,
up
bro.
again,
Have
man.
yourself a happy
You too, bro.
holidays. Don't know. Big up. Let's go Tommy next. Ben, if you could do me a favor, if you're in the background, just jump out, jump back in. I just can't see, your device is not connected at this moment in time. Go ahead, Tommy. What are you saying? Talk to me.
Merry Christmas, man.
Happy holidays. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Just done the Christmas shopping, the wrapping, and all that.
Talk to me about the game yesterday, bro.
No, game was good, bro. Fantastic. We started first like couple of minutes. We started really well. We were on Liverpool. Did the same thing in May when we drew that game. But yeah, it was good. Gabriel, good header, man. Then for me, we just kind of controlled the game, and like obviously we both had our chances, but I thought we were the better team in the first few minutes, and yeah, we could have gone 2-0 up as well. But Martinelli, I am frustrated. This guy he's just not it for me. I've backed him, but I keep saying to people, I'm taking Vinicius Jr. over this guy. This guy, if he wants to be world class, you got to start pulling up your weight. You got to start like scoring more goals. You got to start beating your man. It's not. He's giving the ball away too many times. It's not good enough. He needs to fix up for me. That's why I said to my dad, I'm taking Vinicius Jr. over him, and Vinicius Jr. is clear of this guy. But yeah, it was actually, and it was a good point as well. It was a point in game because bro, we haven't won at Anfield since 2012. 11 years we ain't won this, so it's tough. But a point is really good. We're still top of the league, but it's a fantastic performance.
Were we lucky or deserved the result? What do you think of the penalty?
People who say we were lucky, it's bullshit, bro. It was a deserved point. We deserved that point, bro.
What about the penalty?
The penalty. I think it was a penalty for Liverpool. The way it was like the handball as well. I think Liverpool should have got a penalty for me.
So were we lucky that the penalty wasn't given?
We rode our luck a bit. We gave away that penalty. We were lucky that they didn't get that penalty. We were lucky, bro. Because for me, that should have been a penalty. You can't keep doing all that stuff. That was a penalty for Liverpool Football Club.
There you go. You got people in the comments.
And it was a good performance. I'm happy with top as well. Let's just keep it in as well.
You got people in the comment section saying Tommy's talking about Arsenal. Wow, things changed. Man said
I've been supporting them since 1998. Ian Wright was one of my favorite players when I was a child. Ian Wright is my idol. I love the guy. I've been supporting them since my dad as well. My dad and Ian Wright. So one more thing, and obviously West Ham at home, good team. But we have to win that game on the 28th. Then Fulham away, Crystal Palace at home. Like, no disrespect to Fulham, they're good stuff, but we have to win the league. You got to win these games. Crystal Palace. By the way,
quick question: what do you think about yesterday? Dominic Solanke scored a hat trick. Would you take him at Arsenal, bro?
I would. I would, yeah. But is he gonna get us 20 goals? I'm not sure on that.
Is he better than Eddie Nketiah?
Yeah, of course, but he's got 11 goals now, Solanke. I'll take him over Eddie Nketiah any day. But for me, I want Osimhen or Tony. But Osimhen's going to cost like 150 million, isn't it? And Tony, do you think Tony's going to cost like 100 million in your opinion?
Probably. Tony will cost.
Because
Tony will probably cost us 80 mil. Tony will probably cost us 80 mil. But
I want to get Tony for 70 or 80 million, if that's okay. I want to get him for that price. And I want to get Osimhen for, I'll probably say 60, 70, 80 million for Osimhen.
You're crazy, bro. You're not getting Osimhen. You're not getting Osimhen for less than the release clause. But big up.
Am I crazy? I'm not
you're
crazy.
You're not getting Osimhen for less than 100 million. But big up to you, bro.
I gotta 80 million then.
There's three more callers. There's 3 more callers there. Ben is next, then Wilson King, and then we're gonna go SE. Big up, Ben. Talk to me, bro. How you feeling?
Hello. I hope you can hear me. All right.
Yes, I can hear you, man. How you doing?
Technology is not my thing, I'm afraid.
No.
Yeah, listen, you can't win the league in December. You win it in May, but in order to be in it in May, you've got to do it in December, and you've got to do it for the first half of the season. We've nearly played everybody. I don't think we've played West Ham yet, have we? We're top at league. Just gone to Liverpool, where we have, let's be honest, absolutely been embarrassed for the last, I don't know how many seasons, right?
Like 4, 5.
And we've been toe to toe with them. Yeah, we got lucky. Luck you need in football. You always need a bit of luck in football. You know, you can call Liverpool lucky that Tomiyasu was injured. You know, if we had Tomiyasu, I think that's a different game. That goal does not get scored. Zinny, yeah, defensively a little bit poor. I think I love watching Zinny, and even though he was poor, he was still getting on the ball and trying to play. I want to see him play further up the pitch. So when, you know, hopefully we can see him in midfield when we get our left back, other options, you know, Timber and stuff like that. But top of the league, just qualified for the next round of the Champions League. Last 16, We've got a decent draw, even though it's a difficult draw. It's a decent draw, and we've got deficiencies, and we are where we are with the deficiencies that we've got. You know, hopefully we can go get another goal scorer, whether that's another wide forward, or another striker. You know, we're definitely not getting Osman.
We could get him in the summer, bro. Don't stress.
Maybe we get him in the summer. But, you know, Solanke's doing well at the moment. I know people probably don't like that option, but maybe you get Solanke for a cheaper option, and then in the summer it allows us to go get someone a bit more expensive. Personally, I think we need another left back.
How much do you think Solanke's going to cost? I think today's market, Solanke will go for 60 mil. That's the problem.
What's 60 mil? There's not many players that
what's 60
on
mil?
this standard that are less than 60 mil, though, isn't it?
Come on,
60 mil's like the new 30 million, isn't it? It's ridiculous. 60 mil's not a lot of money now, but
crazy
yeah,
to see, right?
I don't think we'll get him anyway, because I don't think Bournemouth will let him go.
It's not our money.
Unless he agitates for a move, he's not going to go, is he? Personally, I've got my fingers crossed for. Pardon?
Last time, since we spoke last time, Kai Havertz has absolutely come alight. How are you feeling about Kai Havertz now?
He said, "I'm putting out there now. I know, but I wanted Havertz when we were linked to him. I wanted him because I know, right? I know he's been poor at Chelsea, but I don't think he's been as poor as what he's been made out to be. But he's been in a poor side. He's got poor players around him. Nobody's playing for them, man. Who's played for man? They're not just bad playing poor. None of the players at Chelsea, right, are playing for the badge. They're not playing for the managers that have been here. You know, there's a reason Real Madrid wanted him. There's a real reason why Bayern Munich wanted him. You know, the skill of a manager, right, is to get the best out of the players. You know, you can do all you want as a manager tactics, but you've got a manager's got to be able to put players on the pitch and get the best out of them. And nobody's been able to do that with Havertz. Havertz was brilliant. He was one of the best players, young players, before he went to Chelsea. We all knew there's probably not a team that wouldn't have taken him back then. And if we can get that Havertz, and we're starting to get it, you know, and I still think we need another midfielder to push him. You know, I've got fingers crossed. I think I don't think we'll get him. I think he's very expensive, but I would spend all my money on Douglas Luiz. I'd go get him. I think he's that good. I think he's so underrated. Or you've got a Paulinho. I think he'd be fantastic at ours. You know, or you go get another left back and you push Zinchenko into midfield.
We're not going to get another left back, but I'll talk to you later, Ben. Really do appreciate it.
Merry Christmas. Have a good one.
Always appreciate the support, man. Thank you for coming on. Let's go to King Wilson King. And you and SC are the final two. Talk to me. You thought it wasn't a penalty for Liverpool on the handball?
No, I didn't think so. Because normally you're falling, you have to put your hand on the ground to balance, right? You're not going to drop on your face.
That's true.
You have to break your fall. So I don't know why everybody's complaining. I guess when Arsenal win, everybody find all sort of fault.
Yeah.
I guess we are the most hated club in England.
Yeah, definitely the most hated club in England. But I do have to wrap up quick. But before we go, what else did you have to say before? Because you did have something you wanted to say when you came on, right?
Oh, I think we need a striker. Really, I think we need a striker.
Who would
we
you
need
sign?
A striker. Well, if we can get Tony, we'll take him. Because I guess that will be the easiest choice right now.
It will cost 80 million in January.
Yeah, but I don't think Osimhen are going to leave in January. And if we're going to sign him, it's going to cost 100 million. That's the market right now.
Fair enough. I do think everyone agrees that we need another striker. But
yes, because I'm not cutting. Yesterday, Saka was squaring the ball and nobody was there running in. Nobody at all. Nobody.
So are you looking at Gabriel Jesus and you're like, you need to do better? Or are you just saying we need another option?
We need another option. Some games we need another option. Well, he's on fire right now. He's doing better than Nketiah right now. I think that would be a good choice, but let's see what the club is going to do and
fair enough.
See what's going on.
Big up to you, Winston. Shout out to you. Thank you for jumping on. Hopefully I can catch you on the next show, okay?
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Enjoy.
Big up, Mr. Wilson, Mr. Winston King there in the building. And we got SE finishing it off. SE, talk to me.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Talk to me.
So I thought the game was quite even end to end. First 15 minutes we controlled very well, and we got the early goal, and we were kind of playing in their half. Then we kind of let the game become a bit basketball, transitional, which played into their hands. Every time we had the ball, we tried to go long, and we just immediately lost it because we were trying to avoid trying to play it in the midfield, because in the event they'd win it back and they'd be right close to our goal. And also we had a lot of in possession mistakes, like when we were trying to build out, Zinchenko was losing the ball, Erdegaard was kind of slipping, losing the ball, and it kind of gave them more confidence and it woke up the crowd. And every time they had the ball, it was just Trent one ball over the top, Zinchenko isolated 1v1, and he was the guy was moving like Ice Spice in that game. He was doing his best impression.
All I have to say is, what do you expect from Zinchenko one-on-one against one of the best right wingers in the world?
I don't the thing is though, the issue with him is it's like the basics. He gets the basics wrong. He's the basic fundamentals of defending. You don't let in your right winger on his left foot 1v1. His body positioning is so awkward. He's kind of like he's leaning backwards, and so it's like he's not able to turn as quickly as possible. His head's not leaning forward, and he's not crouched down.
All I have to say
and
is,
he's not on his toes. He's just flat-footed. Like these things you can teach on a pitch, and he's been a left back for a time. He's been as long a left back as Trent has, and I don't think Trent is as bad defensively in terms of the fundamentals as he is.
You put
I
Trent.
think he can learn. I think it's teachable. The thing is,
you put Trent one-on-one defending the entire 90. You're gonna find him have similar situations.
Yeah, but then also Trent offers way more offensively in terms of chance creation and stuff. I think Zinni last season was amazing, like in terms of breaking the lines and being like a midfielder in a double pivot with play. This season, I don't think we've needed him as much. I think if you look at his heat map, he's been more of a left back. He's been asked to play more of a wide left back position. He's not really inverting as much. We don't need him as much because of Havertz playing like as a second striker and Erdegaard being the one to drop deep and essentially kind of taking over that position. I thought that what kind of our three best players were the Gabriel, Saliba, and Declan Rice. They were amazing.
Don't you think Gabriel Magalhaes his job is to help cover? Similar to how Konate's job is to help cover Trent.
Yeah, but then when the ball was played over the top, Zinchenko was in the left back position. That's his position. They can't just swap and him go to centre back. The one time when Zinchenko was out of position, Gabriel covered and Salah cut in immediately. He stopped him. He dispossessed him. And that's how you're supposed to defend. It's not really that hard. Like it's teachable. I don't think.
No, I think what you're doing is you're simplifying something that's so complex. Like Mohamed Salah.
No, the problem is Zinchenko. I've seen him defend well, like against Doku when.
1 second. I don't think I'm defending Zinchenko. I'm merely saying this is Zinchenko's role in the team. His role in the team is at left back is to help the game progress. He was terrible yesterday. He had a bad game. He was one of the worst players on the pitch. I am not defending his performance. I'm simply saying, what do you expect when your whole opponent's game plan is to target you as an individual because they know that is the biggest mismatch they have on the pitch? It's on us to neutralize that. We did a better job in the second half stopping them from running through their whole entire game.
To be fair, the beginning of the second half was like we were just holding on. The first 15 minutes, it was the 60th minute when Declan Rice started to get on the ball and control the game and kind of break the lines, find Erdegaard and Saka was getting a bit more possession. That's when we started to create chances.
We had to weather the storm.
Yeah, we had to weather. But what I'm saying is with Zinchenko, I actually think he's defensively this season he's improved. His 1v1 defending, his defensive stats have improved. I think I'm more disappointed at Zinchenko in that these basic defensive like errors he's making, I think even in possession errors, they can be stopped. He has the ability to defend better than the way he defended. That's why I'm not saying he's necessarily crap. I'm saying his defensive abilities are better than people make it out to be.
Fair
And
enough.
yeah, and also one other issue I have, you see when Saka had the ball and he was 1v1, I thought Saka was all right, especially in the first half and in the end of this towards the end of the second half. We created a few 1v1 situations with him and Gomez, and he went on the outside, put in two great balls. Guess what? Our striker Jesus is edge of the box, ball watching. Havertz just standing there, ball watching. Martinelli, ball watching. There were two tap-ins there available. If you want to win the league, you have to kind of see out whether the storm and then scum a 2-1 win, just scummy tap in. Then the crowd's silent and you steal the 3 points. I thought, Havertz, that's kind of his job to kind of anticipate this kind of crosses. So I'm a bit worried about him. I mean, not worried. He was all right, but I'm a bit shocked that he didn't kind of get the tap in. Jesus, the guy's mostly playing as like a midfielder most times. I get he's trying to get us up the pitch, but sometimes I'm like, stay up a bit. We need an extra body in attack. And Martinelli, I feel like Martinelli, I actually thought in the defensive and middle thirds, when he was carrying the ball, he was beating a couple players, he was nutmeg guys. I thought he was all right there. The final third, he just started to get nosebleeds because every time he was on the ball in the final third, he was making the wrong decisions. He was over dribbling. He was going on the outside and he was trying to engage in like a physical battle with Kanai, which is a bit stupid. You're not faster than him and you're not stronger than him. So you have to be a bit more, you have to kind of vary your touches and be a bit more smart and kind of, be a bit more agile. And I don't think he's not really as agile as say a Trossard. Like when Trossard came on, I felt like he had more success on that left wing because he wasn't trying to like beat any of the centre backs for pace. He was just trying to use a bit of his close control and come in on the inside. He didn't really do as much either, but it was better than what Martinelli was offering. Overall, I just think our centre backs and our DM and the midfield in general. Ben White, I thought was all right. I think he was okay. He was quite good at like when pressing up high up the pitch and cutting out passes and stuff. And he didn't really get beat once, maybe only once. But even when he did get beat, he, unlike Zinchenko, kind of showed Luis Diaz on the outside and him, Ben White and Saliba, blocked the cross. And I thought Saliba, that guy.
Would you start Martinelli or Trossard the next game versus West Ham?
The thing is, we actually have to start Martinelli. Havertz is out, so we're gonna have to play Trossard as an 8. Either that or we play Smith Rowe as an 8. Yeah. So, but I'd rather play Trossard as an 8. And Saliba in that 92nd minute, do you remember that body feint? I was looking at him. I'm like, is this like Musa Dembele or something? Like
too easy.
He's so like cultured and technically
calm, cool, collected,
like the most composed midfielder. He looks like a midfielder on the ball. And then people trying to tell me Kanate or this guy is better than him, or Romero is better. Nonsense.
No. Forget about them, man. We're gonna talk about this another time, inshallah. You have yourself a great day.
And one more thing, Tony. I think Tony is a requirement in January simply because he's 80 mil, and I get that's a lot, but it's more, if you think about it, it's 80 mil for a Premier League title. I'm paying that. I'm paying 80 mil for a Premier League title because I think he's required because we kind of create a lot. And defensively, we've got that base, but he's like, we need a goal scorer that can kind of just, in these kind of games, I don't think we need him as much in low blocks. I think in the big games, in these kind of games where we're trying to steal a result at Anfield or even in the Champions League, I think he can get us far in the Champions League. You need moments players and guys who can just deliver in moments and be cold.
You want to know something? Non-penalty goals in the Premier League, Ivan, what do you call it? Thing is actually 3 goals away from Ivan Toney.
What are you talking about last season?
Solanke,
yeah, but I think Solanke is, I think he's a bit of a, I think this is a bit of a purple patch from him. I think he's a good striker, but he's not really as good as, I mean, he's better than Eddie, but Eddie's not the bar. For me, Jesus is the bar. And I think Jesus and Tony are very good. I don't think Tony's like elite or clear of Jesus. I just think he's Nketiah, but with better goal scoring instincts. And I think
Fair enough, bro.
And
I
he's
gotta
in a better
go.
position.
SE, I appreciate you jumping on, bro. I gotta wrap up the video, but big up for jumping on. Big up everyone who's jumped on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're gonna wrap it up here. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Love for the love, people. I might do vibes and 6 later tonight. If not, I'll do it tomorrow if I can. But I'll catch you guys. Peace.